Hello there, weirdos and weirdettes. Happy Weird Wednesday to you. It is me, Haunted. Today we're going to be working on the Storm Lord himself, Raijin, or Raijin. I don't know. That's how we're going to say Raijin. We're just going to go with that. So we have a few pieces pulled off of him, sub-assemblies. I wanted to do the drum by itself because it is going to have some freehand. And I left his belt off just because so I could get to things a little easier. But otherwise, went together really well, super quick. So yeah, let's get started on that. I may need to pull this back just a wee bit because he's like taking up the entire frame just a little bit. Make sure we got some. Still pretty close. May need a little bit of focus in a bit because he's taking up like the entire screen. There we go. Okay. So just so y'all see, I did finish up the Monkey King. We've done this before on a previous stream. He's finished up now. Just got to get him his base. It is printing up. I'm doing good old the word I'm looking for. The word bamboo basing. That's it. Dragon Legion, how are you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Summertime, you've been keeping busy? I'm assuming, of course. Most people get busy during the summers. We're going to start out with some Vallejo Black Red because that's my usual base for red, of course. I want to slap that baby on there. I think I need a towel out here. Work, hobbies, projects. Gotcha. Hey, Panda, no problem. I appreciate the lurky lurks. Always do. I should have gotten a little bit of a filler there on that gap, but oh well. We're just going to live with it. Pardon me. So, now the box shows his little lightning bolts on his head. They show them black, and I don't know if I want to do them black, if I want to do them, kind of white blue. But I'm afraid that might be mistaken for the magical effect color that we chose to go with too. So we'll have to make sure we kind of differentiate them. Maybe make them a little bit closer to white, which is the palest blue in there. Typically, we go a little bit of a more saturated blue to white, so that we have more contrast on the lightning when we're photographing. But since we got the magical effect, we have to separate or keep separate from. We may have to change our lightning up a little bit, or we could just go the cartoon way and do it yellow. Luhail, is that how I said? Oh, I am way off screen. Sorry about that. Lurking and working. Appreciate that. We do like our lurkers. So out of the 72 or so minis of Leviathan, I have one close to done, 3 semi-done. Wow. That is That's a box that's either for dedicated or slightly insane people. One, when you start getting into a horde army, Tyranids, which I think you have been. That's why you got that box. You had Tyranids. I was trying to think. Yeah, it was them and is it Corn? And then one of the loyalists. I can't think of which it is. Yeah, unfortunately, the time slots have to be, like during middle of the day instead of, my usual late night stream. I wish we could do the evening streams. I think we have way too much competition with the big English painters at this time slot because this is prime time for them, right? In the UK, this is 8 o'clock prime time. So you got guys like Jimmy the Brush and stuff like that that are just out there, soaking up all the available painter viewers. Because there's only, I don't know, maybe 1,000, 2,000 people that stay in the paint channels like for viewing, and it's divided up between all the painters. And like I said, with those big guys rolling, they usually have 200 in each of their channels. Oh, I thought it lost its thumb, but it's tucked up under there. There we go. So yeah, I wish we could do evening streams. That way we'd catch more of the US viewers. Yeah, Tyranids, Marines, World Eaters, Necrons, Quarantines. Jeez, Manini, man. That is a lot to keep up with. The only time that we have a rotation really is when one of us has like a personal schedule change. Like, if I have a doctor's appointment or somebody has a holiday or something like that, or date or whatever, and we switch up the schedules with each other. But it's generally between 11 and 3 p.m. Eastern starting time. Eleanor does an earlier time slot because I can't remember where she is. Sweden, Norway, one of those like Scandinavian type countries. So she runs like 11 or 12 to 3. But most of the rest of us do the 3 to 6, which is 3 to end of business day for weird. Didn't the last model you painted also start out looking like chocolate? Kind of. This is actually a brown red. It's not really brown. Sneaky Snake. I like that name. Have I had a chance to play Story Library? I have not. It's something I'm anxious to do. At very least, this is going to be one of those that I enjoy just painting just to have because I love anything Asian themed. But no, I have not played them yet. I could almost airbrush this guy with the red and we'd been done quicker. I just didn't want to get out the airbrush and have to do that cleaning again. So after this box, my Marine point count is 3,000 and Tyranids is 1,500. Wow. I'm going to do myself a little favor right here. I'm going to draw me a little paint box down here so I can try and keep him in frame. I'm having trouble today. Sorry, guys. My cat is licking my toes right now underneath the desk. Cool. Shake this right off the countertop. Yeah, that's a bit. I have about 20 or 22,000 points of Necrons myself, and I have about 8,000 points of Chaos. Are they painted? I don't know. No. Are they assembled? Not even. Like half, more than half of the Chaos isn't, and about 7/8 of the Necrons aren't. And I don't know if they ever will be. I'm not playing the game anymore, so they're just kind of sitting in boxes. I eventually want to do like a really big diorama, like a two-moral diorama, where the Necrons are waking up and kind of pouring out of the surface of the planet, kind of thing. Cat tax. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He likes feet. He does not know why. If you've ever seen Mr. Deeds, that's one of my favorite lines, right? So let's see here. Get this little bit on his calf here. Okay. About got that knocked in. We'll do his face here. They also have these the necklace balls are kind of metallic silver, black, something like that. I'm going to do them jade like I did the Monkey Kings as well, just to kind of keep them in theme. Especially since they're wearing the same color pants and everything. I figure like, well, they're in a theme. Let's keep it that way, right? I think we're pretty good on our base coat there. Maybe a little bit here on the side. Just a smidge more there under the arm. So I have not been able to paint as much recently. So I haven't really been able to sit at the desk much, but I did get some couch time in with a new game. Been playing Zelda, Legend of Zelda Tears for the Kingdom. And while I still absolutely 100% hate the weapon breaking thing or shield weapon bow breaking, I love the fusion and ultra hand thing. It is so fun. I'm just like beginning to learn like the secrets of it, what makes a good fusion item and stuff like that. But Got a great deal on it.
Oops.
Got that for $38 during Prime Week. Or not Prime Week, but Prime Day. Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to use miniatures, especially if you don't play the game, for sure. The only thing I found with the building of the vehicles and stuff in Zelda, I expected that if you like hit an enemy monster with the vehicle, like full speed or whatever, it would actually do, some serious damage because, they're made out of stone and whatever else. And it hardly touches them. That was like a disappointing thing. I was like, oh, you mean I can't mow them down like grass in the yard? That's just not fair. Not fair at all. Because I was coming down off the mountain. Is it Landu Range or something like that? Anyways, that big snowy ice cap mountain. And I built a 4-wheel cart. It was tearing ass down the hill and ran over some Lizaldos or whatever they call them, and it barely touched them. Like I think it dinked their health. Like you just like one little notch of the health knocked off. But I would have thought with that big thing hitting them, it would have just decimated them, but it didn't. Notice I'm not painting down in here because it's all going to get scraped off anyways when I put the special effect on. So we're not too concerned about getting it straight there. Or getting it filled in, I mean. Might even collect durable slash and seats for the same reason. Yeah. I was going to say, I mean, if it's not something you play for the diorama, I would certainly look in, like if you're just wanting some flavor units, just to add color and make it look like you've got an undivided Legion on there. You might want to look into some of the 3D models for those, so you're not paying those stupid GW prices. I mean, if they're just going to be for a diorama. Because that's what I plan to do for the Necron one. Because I have three scythes, but if it's a tomb world, there's going to be more than 3, right? I want it to look suitably like they've got enough numbers in there. So I'm going to probably 3D print about 20 or 30 scythes sitting in the hangar, in racks waiting to deploy, and then have the 3 that were bought, out in the open like they've already launched. So basically using it for like filler material, right? Okay. So we're basically starting off the same way on this guy, same colors that we started off with the Monkey King. Dark Prussian blue for the beginning, and on the pants, and the black red for his I think that's a little bit of calf up here showing. So I probably need to go back and catch that. But this is pants down here. Okay. There goes the cats with the sneezies. Somebody plays 40k AOS. I've got to say, having a deck of cards with the same odds as your opponents is very refreshing. Yeah, yeah. The other thing is, I feel that a D6 system is just a little too limiting, and I'm going to make up a word here, randomosity. Okay, it just doesn't feel like you have enough randomness with the range of modifiers that you can put in it. Right? It's just you can only add so many modifiers or subtract so many modifiers in a D6 system, and I feel like it's a little stagnant because of that. And like I said, with weird, you usually have a plus 2 limit or plus 3 limit to things, but um, you have a much larger deck. I don't know. It seems a little bit better. So I agree with you on that. I always wanted to work on like a D20 system for one of those, space combat style games. I had tried working on one doing Infinity at one point, and then Infinity had their own come out. It's kind of funny because Infinity does the D20 system. And speaking of that, I know a lot of people, some people, complain about assembly of weird miniatures. After working on a Cyocast model from Infinity, never will I complain again. That was the most garbage model I've ever seen in my life. I loved Infinity for the metal models. I thought the metal models were great. And then they switched over to the Cyocast stuff and they made it seem like it was really good. But it's like just one little step up from the old Finecast crap from GW. So, failure. I will be anything else I need from Infinity that is only available in Cyocast now. I'll be looking for older out of print models that are in metal because I won't deal with that Cyocast crap anymore. It's horrible. Okay, about got that. 4 negative damage flip. I think if you're talking about like positive negative flips, I think the limit is double, like double negative or double positive, I think is your limit. Somebody check me on that one. But I think that's the case. Nice. We like to hear that. more weirdos. We need more weirdos. Okay, about got that cut in the second coat. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I get in between. Just about missed this one here. Not that anyone's going to be turning my model upside down and say, you forgot to paint between his fingers here. I say that like that never happens, but you do get people that do that. Okay. I don't know what color his little clogs are, the sandals, but I'm probably going to do those brown. Or brownish, like light pine wood or something like that. We're going to do a little, I think this is Dubai brown. I think this is the color. Screen again. That reminds me. Still need to get the Nikima box, and I haven't been able to because I need to book tickets soon and everything. Where are you booking tickets to, man? Are you going out of country, or are you going to like Gen Con? Because you might be a little late booking tickets for that. Having equal odds means I can't blame my deck for being. Well, I mean, you can still blame your deck because believe me, my deck poops on me quite a lot. I mean, really, really bad. And people say, it's just the way it just feels that way. No, man, it really does. If you've ever seen me play in person, you'd say, yeah, your deck's poop. It hates you. I mean, granted, I'm not a good player anyways, right? But it really is the dice or the cards are bad. I had one game when I was doing a teaching game to one of the guys up here, and my cards were just fire, absolute fire. I was flipping severes on everything. And when the first two of his models kind of went down, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. This is how my deck's supposed to work. And then he got the next turn, I killed two more of his models, and I started sounding like I was Canadian. I kept going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I really hate to do this to you. And I just wiped the table off of his models. We caught it a little bit before then because it was a mercy killing. But normally when you do those teaching games, you're so busy explaining things and stuff, you tend to forget what you're doing and you don't play optimally. Well, that was one time everything went my way and it wasn't pretty. Me and Han played a game. Okay. Yeah. Not don't forget to tell him it asked get out of there. My cat just bit me that time. It was the same model that drew it on 3 separate duels. So yeah. And he, because of the model he was doing and him getting to choose the suit he wanted to, he healed back every bit of damage I had done to him the previous time. And my model that had attacked him drew black jokers on 2 back-to-back activations. So yeah, it was a weirdo game. It really wouldn't. It was a freaking blood wretch that I could not take off the table. Granted, we were playing the non-errata version because at that time I didn't have the cards printed. I was just like, I can't for the Henchman Hardcore with those 4 models in particular. I just felt like the older cards worked better, so we used those. But yeah, it was a wonky game for sure. Okay, so now we're going to start working on the blue here, and maybe some of that red as we're going. The fleshy flush. Really? This piece of fuzz attached to my shirt right in my eyesight, and I can't get rid of it. You actually, we tied. At first, I thought I'd won by 1 point, but when I went back and looked, I had not claimed one of the other points because it had not scored it that turn, or it had not died that turn, or something. I can't remember what, but I had to retract one of my points, so we ended up tying. It was very, very crazy game. Just it showed the kind of wackiness that can occur with Malifaux, which was cool. Or not really the wackiness, because the crews aren't that complex, right? But it showed how things can swing. Like you think you got it in the bag, and then whoa, wait a sec, this just happened. My plans are shot now. So yeah, it's kind of fun in that respect. Let's see here. I need to get another brush here. All right, yeah, you guys have not seen me finger painting yet today, so there's our first color added to the thumb palette. So working on the king here, Storm King, Raijin, not sure how you say it. I kind of wish they'd given him a little straw hat, but then it would have covered up the cool lightning bolts from his head. So I don't know which I like better. Okay, so just kind of bringing these wrinkles in. Most of those right here are going to be covered anyway, so I don't need to worry too much about them. Hey, Tiger, how are you doing? Sorry, it took me a second to see that. Welcome in. Yeah, we're going to be trying to paint most of this keyword on stream. Um, since we only paint, twice a month, typically it's going to be about a year-long project the rest of the year. But we'll do like one of the calligraphers, one of the bookkeepers, and whatever the heck his name is, the Jade Rabbit. We'll get those on stream, and we'll probably do the core box Lin Lee as well. So that'll probably take up pretty much the rest of the year, honestly. And we're just coming in and popping some highlights here. And how you doing, Tiger? Hadn't seen you in a bit. I know you've been having things going on, busy as well and stuff. What you been up to? I know you've had some RPG streams, which I have unfortunately lost complete track of. I used to be able to watch you and Craig all the time, and I've just not been able to do it very often. Keeping busy, nothing too disastrous. Well, that's good. At least it's not disaster related, because when you're busy and it's disaster related, that's no fun. Get a little separation there. Got to keep them separated. All right. Going to see here, edge these suckers in. Got to correct that a little bit right there here in a second. First, we're going to come over here and do this. Got to get that core box, and we got to get some inner. Yeah. Definitely, Dragon. Sorry I missed that. Well, I mean, honestly, you don't need that box, because I actually do have Nikima. So if that's the one you want to play, I can certainly bring that one along. That is not a problem at all. It just us meeting, finding the time to meet up is probably going to be the hardest part, right? Oops, knocking things all over the place. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of a white, if I can find it. White. There it is. Yeah, that'd be the thing, right? especially during the summer, apparently, because everyone's so busy during the summer. Getting that line cut in there. These are kind of like our super duper, our higher highlights, right? There. Let's cut them across the rear. Please don't get underneath my chair again, cat. I have to move my feet, and when I move them, you get mad. Just stay out of there. Nope, you're just going to do whatever you want to because cat. Okay, just about done with these pants here. Might do one more highlight, just kind of like in the center of all these. All right, let's get a little bit more white in there. Oh, you don't work next Thursday. Oh, okay. Make sure we're in frame here. To see how that works. I'll let you know for sure. Okay. Clean that up just a wee bit there. Just trying to touch this pants and make them look where I want them. We're working on that a bit here. I think that's probably, it's just a little too dark on the top of that one. Starting to shape up now. Here on that one as well. Okay. I said we're almost done with them, but we're still tinkering away here. Trying to make these wrinkles look the way I want to. Hey, llama. Saw little coffins with RIP and raised letters on them the other day. I want them like a candy mold, fill them with something bloody looking. Oh, wow. It's pretty wild. So we're just cutting in these wrinkles here a little bit. Sorry, I've been kind of quiet. We're just tend to do that when we get doing details. Okay, kind of starting to get where I want to get now. A little bit more pop than prior. Legion likes that idea. Maybe you missed your faction. Maybe you should play Lady Justice with the death marshals and the coffins and stuff. Okay, pants are where I want them. Sorry that took so long. Now demons all the way. Okay. Well, I just thought, coffin thing was a good idea. Okie doke. Now, let's work on some of the skin here. Now, this does pull up a bit more toward the orangey side. So, and I really don't have a whole lot of oranges. That's a bad thing. I might go nab my Chimera paints and work with those. Let's just see what we can do first with our usual colors. So we'll get a little bit of our black red. Or do we want to do the burnt red? I think we're going to go toward red with him. Red, orange, red. Yeah. Okay. So black red. Yeah. You don't get much more Malifaux than Rezzers and the undead. Wow, one little drop of water on my paint palette messed everything up. Crazy. Okay. The other day when I was saying that I had all of Rezzers except for the von Stuck keyword, the Transmortis keyword, I actually was a little wrong. I don't have the 10 Thunder boxes for Ancestor Retainer, the Yanlo keyword. I don't have the what is it, Chiaki, and I can't remember his name. And it seems like the one with the metal lions, Konomi or whatever they're called. Yeah, those 2 boxes I don't have. So I actually do not have 2 full keywords in Rezzers, but otherwise have the rest of them. But I will have that Transmortis keyword with the Rotten Harvest box. I can't wait for that one. Sun Kiang and Komainu. Yeah, that's the ones. Yep. Those are the ones I'm missing for Yanlo. Makes it look like a bad hat. Yeah, I guess it is. I could probably go in and block that hair in, I guess, shouldn't I? Get those lats and obliques here. I think they're called obliques. I could be wrong. You don't need that for Rezzers. He's really a TT model that has just been kicked out of the cool. Well, I mean, I have everything but those 2 boxes, so it's like I feel like I have his Rezzer keyword, but I'm still technically lacking those boxes, even though those are. And don't worry about being in a loud mood. I'd appreciate it because it's pretty quiet. I've been not chatting as much. It's a lot easier when you have people to bounce off of. Oh my! Is somebody having? Want some purity reassurance there? No, I actually don't have a 10 Thunders box, so he's just stuffed in there with the Rezzers. Sorry. It's funny. As much as I love the Asian theme, 10 Thunders is one of the factions that I'm sorely lacking on. I don't know why. I think it was just because I was doing a commission for basically the entire 10 Thunders faction. And it was like, well, I don't want to come back and do my own so soon after doing those. So um, I've kind of put them on the back burner. I am collecting the story and Red Library keyword as it's coming out. But otherwise, I've kind of been kind of lax on them. I have Last Blossom, and I think that's the only one I've got that's complete. Okay, so what I'm putting on is a mix of Black Red and Mephiston. And we're just kind of reinforcing the muscle groups a little bit smaller than they actually are to kind of retain some of the shadow. Sass juice. It won't mean I'm at my keyboard more. Just that I'm likely to announce my return by saying some airy, pointless opinion with great authority to myself. Okay, Llama, that's cool. Demoed Corebox Masaki into Corebox Anya for him the other day, and he won handedly. Him who? Well, he set up a 50 Soulstone game but didn't have a chance to play, so Nikki Mancaster, Neverborn, and Jackdaw and Resurrectionist. That's one I do have as well. I have that one done. So if you want to play that prior to buying it, I have it available. I have yet to play against them, but I've heard some unfun things. Heard he's not as bad in GG3. At least the vanilla one. I don't know about the title. Like he's not as taken as much in GG3. I think is what more or less what I've heard. Let's see. If you know he's coming, you just pack some ping, damage, fire, but he's still a hard control crew. Oh, okay. So would Nephilim be a good one for it with the Black Blood ping, or are you something a little bit more consistent and constant ping? Pandora into Jack, maybe? Ruthless is good. Dora is good. Black Blood isn't bad. Okay. All right, cool. So at least I'm on the right track thinking there. I still would love to figure out Dora, get her to work. I just haven't figured her out yet. Haven't figured any of them out yet. Hazardous doesn't matter. Misfits crew ignores it. Okay. All right. Worked up on the hand here. All right. Then we got to do the back muscles here. So we're kind of still on location, our little target here. Make sure we're in the camera. I've been having troubles with that lately. Okay. This guy, he kind of makes me think of my Morats from Infinity. They're giant space monkeys. So it's kind of what he makes me think of. That or maybe even Ganondorf. His face looks very Ganondorfish. Mm-hmm. You can tell I've been playing some Zelda because I'm thinking of things in Zelda terms now. He's Ganondorfish. Hey, Stig, welcome in. How are you doing, sir? Long time no see. A little flat mentally, not terrible. Yeah, kind of feel you. Kind of felt like that a little bit myself. I had to listen to some good music, and it helped a bit. I was it's wearing off though. I need my music again. The endorphins are gone. Doing pretty good, man. A lot going on, and haven't been able to paint as much as I like to. These weird streams are pretty much it now, uh, for the most part. So I look forward to them. Probably will do some personal streaming this weekend, but it is going to be video game. It's not going to be painting. Lord Chompy Bits, that's the thing's name. That's great. I love that. Yeah. Lord Chompy Bits is fantastic. He's single handedly responsible for probably 3/4 of the Malifaux population, or a weird population. That model alone brings in more people, I think, than anything else. At least the 2E version. I don't know about the 3E one. He looks a little funky. Got the dad bod going on. I mean, some people called him Lord Chonky Bits, and he embraced that. All right, so we got that first highlight down on the body there. I'm going to go to straight my fist on. So we're kind of trying to catch those little striations in the muscle there that are shown on this. All right. He is a chonky boy. Yep. Yep. Lord Chonky. That's what I call the 3E model. He steered into that skid. So we're just catching the edges of those fingers there. And a little bit here on the back side. Hopefully that's coming together now. I'm not sure if the color's good or not, but we're trying. I don't know if it's coming through clear enough or not, is what I'm saying. Reds and blues, for some reason, are very hard for the camera to capture. Okay. All right. Let's get this, continue this on up in the face here. He does have some yellow eyes as well, so we'll be doing those here in just a second. All right, there we go. Whew. Sorry about that. Little concentration going on. I do need me some. Where are you at? Averland Sunset. About to drive to work. All right, Dragon Legion. Well, thank you for hanging out, man. I do appreciate it. And I'll let you know a little closer next week to Thursday if I can make it down, if I can. We'll see you then. Have a safe drive and a happy day at work, or as happy as it can be, right? All right, I'm going to put on the bugger glasses real quick. So here we go. So it's not just glitter anymore. It's rhinestones and gold. Oh, my goodness. Mama, you keep me in stitches. They sparkle. That's basically glitter. Yes, yes. I kind of figured that, but it's still a new direction for you. I'm going to need to turn. I've got a ceiling fan on, and it is drying my paints out in a hurry, even on the wet palette. So I'm going to have to hop up real quick in a second, turn that off. Making the painting of this very difficult. I'll be right back. My fan's just over there, so it won't take but a split second. I'm just going to swing over and turn it off. There we go. That weren't too bad, was it? Okay. Come back in with this previous color and just touch up a little bit here. Okay. I think that's going to work there. And just a little touch up here. Okay, now we're going to come in with a little bit of Evil Sons. Actually, we do need to do his legs first. Then we'll come to the Evil Sons. Sorry. Let's get his toes painted here. See, I have a funky toe, man. It's a funky, funky chicken toe. Monkey legs, monkey legs. Yes, monkey legs. He got some monkey legs. There's a little dab of paint that got globbed there during his. Well, it's still not fixed, is it? It's like a grain of sand in there or something. That was really bad. That texture is just not going to come out either. I literally have to take it down to bare paint to get rid of it. I'm trying kind of like stuff paint in there and maybe fill it in. I'll come back and see how that looks in a second or two. All right, so now we're just kind of blending this in a little bit here. Smooth that out a bit. Oh, God, Llama, everything. I mean, I've just gotten started essentially. I've got Monkey King painted, and I've got Lynn Lee mostly painted. Like she could go on the table at least. But like I don't have the core box yet, obviously, because it's not released. And or the calligraphers or bookkeepers, any of that stuff. So I got a long way to go on it. Yeah, this and this box and the title box for Lynn Lee / Damien are the only boxes I've got to go with the keyword. So I've got Min Me or whatever her name is, the one that goes with the title box. I've got her painted. I've got Lynn Lee almost painted, and then I've got the Monkey King and this guy almost painted. So we're getting there. I'm trying to get what I've got done before the new stuff comes out. So now we're just coming in, hitting it with the evil suns now. Hopefully we're still in frame here. Okay. Now we're going to work on the backside here of these muscles. Again, pulling in some of that evil suns here. I think his skin's starting to look pretty good. I particularly like that they actually sculpted some of the lines here in the pecs and the abs, so you could actually do some striation in there. It makes it more interesting having a little texture there. I know, most cases really, unless they're really insanely ripped, most of the time they're pretty smooth um, in muscle clusters. So it was nice having that texture there. I like that. That went on a wee strong. We'll have to tone that down a wee bit. Okay, let's bring this other back in here. Okay. Yeah. Let's we're still gonna tone this down just a wee bit. It got kind of seriously bright in this little cluster. I mean, not that, it's not allowed to be bright, but it doesn't need to be. Not like that, anyways. Zotharek 123 Malifaux's best game ever, even better PC games. Really grateful I fell in love with it. Doing an amazing job. It's awesome. Appreciate that. Glad to have a fan here. It is definitely my favorite. I'm not good at it, but I like it. Remember, first crew was Dave Manhan, Lilith, and now it's like three factions. Nice. Yet Lilith was actually my first choice as well. I got her and all the like hot models that went with her, like because there were kind of meta list in second edition, and I got her and all the models that kind of went with her for a good list. Um, and then a week and a half later, uh, the Malifaux 3 beta was announced, and saw that she was going to Dead Man Hand. I was like, well, dang. And her boxes were still sealed up, so I took them back to the store I got them at and exchanged them for Pandora. Uh, the woe keyword. Well, I just got started with a core box, but Pandora and Dreamer boxes. Shoot. I got exactly where I didn't want it to go. Okay, let's see. One more cluster up here. Yeah, Lilith was first, then Pandora was summoning upgraded second edition with Henchman. Oh, dang. Complete Neverborn Explorers and some Arcanas. Now considering 10 Thunders. Yes, yes. Jump on that 10 Thunder bandwagon. They got some good stuff now. I mean, they've always had good stuff, but I'm just saying this new keyword is like my fave. Okay, just about got these muscle clusters kind of where I want them. Might have to tinker a little bit more. that I have to do right there. Put a little bit of that right in here. You know what? Just make some fun of TT that you just take versatile models and randomly pick a master. I mean, I mean, Fuhatsu was in every single list for sure, and yeah, their versatiles are really good. I mean, even after he got smacked with the hammer, he's still taken in a good number of lists. Maybe not as often with as many things for sure, but he still gets taken a good bit. I'm sticking to my paper again. You hear it peel off. All right. Gonna have to come back in and paint those fingernails, I think. If that'd be a fun job. The little things are teeny. Asami's not one you want if you have a thing against spiders, though. A big old Jorguma. Speaking of, not seen those in very large numbers this year. I think the cold killed them off, or killed off a greater majority of them. Like, they have not been near as numerous this year so far. They're terrible on the table. Oh, that's a shame. I the set I did, if you look on my Facebook page when we get around to the end and she rolls the credits, I did a set and I modeled them after the actual Joragumo orb weaver that's kind of invaded the southeast. But the really pretty pattern is actually on their belly, which you don't see much of. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. The really pretty pattern is on their belly, which you don't really see of the Joragumo because their belly's underneath the model, right? So I put the pattern on the back of them and then let the underside black. But I take, you know how they have that ribbed texture? I took a filler and smoothed them out so they're all just slick, like the abdomen of a black widow. Oh, the legs all over. Yeah. Getting those on a base was insane. I 100% agree. Yeah. For sure. I have to smooth that in a little bit here. We'll see. Hope I'm on the camera still. Pretty models just love the look, but physically, I gotcha. I got a little red on my dadgum blue up there. Oh no. No. It's okay, we'll fix that here in a little bit. Better do it before my blues dry though, huh? Go. Get a little bit of this in here on the nose. A little bit around those cheeks. Okay, there we go. Saw someone who glued like 100 brushes from a paintbrush, and it looks. Wait. Saw someone who glued like 100 brushes from paintbrush. Looked stunning. I'm not sure what that is. You'll have to send a link for that one, or ask for to send a link because I have no clue what you're talking about. You would be doing it all the time, though, Llama. That would be like a full-time job. Watching how many times I lick that brush. Now, if you could remote it so it would do it automatically, yeah, that would be funny to see how many times it actually is in a stream. But otherwise, you'd be very tired by the end of the stream if you're doing it manually. Saw somebody glued like 100 bristles from a paintbrush. What do they glue it to though, or did you say they glued it like so they remain stuck out where like a big hairy spider, or I'm not quite understanding. My brain doesn't really work when I'm painting. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if, when she said bristles, if that's where you're going. Okay, all right. So we got the blues done. We got the reds done. Let's work on the his uh his balls, the balls around his neck. They made the Joragumo hairy. Okay. Yes. That sounds horrific and awesome at the same time. Fantastic. Now it's making sense. Well, apparently somebody did, right? But yeah, definitely not something I would normally do under normal circumstances. Although, like I said, I did, take filler. I used Milliput and filled and sanded all the ridges on those torsos. So, I mean, I put some effort into them too. Maybe not as much as gluing little bristles all over it. Um, and then, of course, a freehand pattern all over the abdomens. Hey, Llama, would you feel like posting the link to the Joragumo from my Facebook so he can see which one I'm talking about? Would you have time to do that? Understandable if you can't, just if you do. I know you are at work. They should be in the Asami folder album. All right, getting those in. Oh, God. Man, it is so humid, so muggy. I got a message. Let me check that real quick before I go on. I don't know if it's stream related or not. No. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. Just I saw a message on Discord. I wanted to check, make sure it wasn't stream related. So it's not. So we can continue. You said appliance? On Facebook? I mean, like you liked or sent a friend request or something. I'm not sure. Something to do with Facebook though. Mm. Oh, you wanted to look at the Jorogumo? Yeah. If you go to my Facebook page and you look in the photo album or photos, and then there'll be a section for albums. Look underneath the Asami folder, and I have her whole keyword there, which is where the Jorogumo are. I can show you real quick on here. Oops. There's the Oni keyword right there. Okay. There's one of them. The color is not really great because it's from the phone to the camera, and there's a shine on it and everything. But that's the Jorogumo. There we go. That's a little bit better. I think you can see it now. So yeah. Okay, back to monkey legs. Spider legs, monkey legs. I do all kind of legs. I like legs. I cannot lie. Lost a viewer. Must have been some arachnophobes. I did not give a trigger warning first. Whoops, my bad. Meow cat. Meow cat says meow. Pay me attention now. Right, meow. Okay, got the jade blocked in now. Now we'll start working on the greens. Now, I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do bright green on these. We've done the kind of like bluish green. I don't know. Maybe we'll stick with what we've been doing. Let's stick with what we've been doing. Get him up on the screen. Get lots of attention. The kind he doesn't like. Yeah, he would shut up and disappear in a heartbeat if I did that. He does not like cameras. He does not like video cams. He is really funny. He wants attention, but he doesn't want it from anybody, but me, of course, right? More a player than painter, but I find it calming. Nice. See, I'm more a painter than a player, or well, mostly, anyways. I have not been able to paint near as well lately because I'm having some problems with my hand. But yeah, we're the opposites there. It's mainly just because I'm not I'm not good at the complicated thing for Malifaux. I mean, I love it, but I don't have the brain for it. As much as I like it, I don't think I ever will. So we're just kind of working around some Sybarite green here. Or is this Cabalite? I can't remember. This is Cabalite, sorry. Sybarite next. We'll probably mix the two together for a mid-tone. And then we'll do the Sybarite by itself. Okay, I'll get that dry. Then we'll come back over, maybe put on another coat. Let's see here. Agree, Malifaux is a complicated game, but it's better than the brainless rush to your opponent, throw a bucket of dice. Oh, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. That's why I play Malifaux. I'm not good at it, and I never will be good at it in the sense of anything more than just flipping cards with a friend and doing it for that fun, but never going to be good at it. I do like Infinity as well. If I want to play something science fictiony, that's what I play, because again, it's an interactive game where Malifaux is interactive. Infinity is very interactive as well, because when you're doing your thing, your opponent has to be looking at what you're doing and seeing can they react to it, because it's all about their ARO system, the automatic reaction orders, or automatic reaction opportunity, I think it is. The complexity is the reward for playing. Yeah. But it's another one I like, even though it's dice based. It's a solid game, especially if you like the sci-fi anime kind of mech chic. If you're into that. One of the things I loved about it was coming from Warhammer, having a game that actually engaged me when it was the other player's turn. So I'm not sitting there just waiting to see how many saves and involved rolls I make. You were actively participating in their turn with Infinity, and I just found that fascinating. And then, later on I found Malifaux, but I still like Infinity too. And luckily, while it's complex, it's like rules dense, where Malifaux is not rules dense. It's very rules light. It's interaction dense. Infinity's the flip. The rules are dense, but I can learn those. The interactions I don't have many of. So I can do better at Infinity. But yeah, the card mechanic is 100% what drew me in. That and the models. Although I found, like I said, my luck with cards is just about as bad as my luck with dice. But what can you do? All right, gonna get this mix up. We're doing a little bit of Catalite and some Zipperite together. This will be our first highlight, and then we'll do one final highlight of Zipperite by itself. True. If you really want to do something, you save a card for it. If you don't, depending on the dice. Yeah. I, I would say the chance is a little larger if you're me. I wish Matt were here because he could tell you. He played a game with me and he was just like, "You weren't kidding when you said you drew horribly," and I was like, I don't lie about that sort of thing. It's not just bad decision making; it's bad flips constantly. When and if I do get a good flip, it's always for something stupid, like something that doesn't matter. Like an insanely low target number, or just something that really changes nothing in the course of the game. Whatever. It's one of those things when I flip a good one. You black jokered 4 ride with me flips in 5 turn game. Okay, llama, dang. Wow. I didn't know you had that kind of bad luck. And here I thought that the 3 black jokers and 3 back to back duels or 3 back to back activations for the same model was bad. Not often, yeah. Mine's just a little more frequent. I think that's the reason why I complain about it so much. It's just because it's so frequent. Okay, I'm gonna call those done-ish. It was bad into a Fuhatsu led gun mess. Oh wow. It was memorable, I bet. I bet. When I play casually, I flip like a god, draw cards. Like everything is perfect, but on a tournament, I only have like 9 and lower cards. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I play like on normal everyday card games. So maybe what I need to do is play in a tournament and see if I get like god luck there. That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Person that doesn't have a Malifaux brain gets godlike flips in tournaments and wins just because of those. That would be kind of funny. I am still not sure about these little lightning bolts coming out of his head. I kind of want to paint him like like blue lightning or yellow, like cartoon lightning. Paint him like Pikachu. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I kept saying cartoon, but yeah, I meant Pokemon. You knew where I was going with this. Not that, I mean, I don't play Pokemon, but I know enough of it, at least Pikachu wise. That was the first thing I was thinking of. One time I played without Black Joker on a tournament because it got stuck in back. Oh no! Oh no! I mean, good, but at the same time, bad when you have bad feel bad afterwards when you realize, oh, I was basically cheating. I mean, cheating without knowing it's still cheating, unfortunately. Oh man, bad things happen. Well, there you go to your opponent. I wouldn't know what to do without a black joker in my deck, man. It would be very surprising. I'd know right away. Nope. And that black joker's not in my deck. Something happened to it. Hadn't shown up yet. Got involved with fortune somehow. The fate master is swapped to additional red black jokers for twos. Ooh, interesting. And that was done intentionally to spice things up, I guess. Well, because fortune spikes your luck. Oh, okay, okay. For some reason, I was thinking uh, fortune was like the somebody playing. I'm sorry. Wasn't thinking game effect. Okay. He got kind of the Wolverine hair. I know the lightning bolts accentuate it, but he's got that swept back, kind of curl here, like a little bit like Wolverine. He does have the slightest suggestion of teeth. Let's see if we can get those in there without fooking this up entirely. There we go. Just the barest hint of teeth. So let's see, what did we do? We did. Looks like we did this color blue, and then went to Sotek green and white for the story effects, the blending in effects. Started here. This is, I think, where he's like becoming part of the reality or being read into reality. At least that's kind of my interpretation of these swirls that they all have. Try not to drop them because if I drop them right now, it'd break one of those lightning horns off. We got to be real careful here. We don't have an attack of the dropsies. Okay. A little hard to get to. Now, if I were really, really wanting to go hardcore into these, I would probably like blend this blue into the red. Like, part of his arm would be blue. Um, but we're not going for like high end with them. But yeah, if these were going to be like display models, I would be doing like blending this in, making it like his arm is shimmering kind of into reality. Yeah, I actually have. I just don't have a large enough assortment yet, and not something I'm comfortable with. I blend well enough with acrylics. I don't need oils. It's just it takes time, and that's something we don't have on stream. Do we want to go ahead and do the? Let's go ahead and get knock that wood out real quick. I mean, it's clogs. Well, yeah, uh, that's part of it. But we don't have 6 hours on stream. We only have 3 hour blocks. So, um, but like I said, I did start a model in oils on my personal stream. I was not getting the feel of it. It was the Reva alternate model, the one where she's on the horse that's rearing up on fire. Um, Figured that would be a good one because it's a lot of fire. Fire is good for blending. But like I said, I blend well enough with acrylics when I need to. It's just the only thing that oils would save me is time it time in doing the blending. That's the word I was trying to get out. um, I think that's what mine is. I have that Da Vinci Da Vinci oil thinner. I think it's linseed oil. Used by spirit and smell kind of funny. Extra long paint session. Yeah, I bet. That one can get to you, the fumes. My thing, I don't know if you notice, Llama always points it out, but I lick my brushes a lot. And you don't want to be doing that with oils. So I I wear a mask. Like, you go in out in public kind of mask just to paint with the oils so I can't get it in my mouth. Oopsie, I did forget that other color, didn't I? Here on this other side. Yeah. I mean, the smell can be bad too, but the safety issue, you don't want to be licking cadmiums, unless you want some mouth and tongue cancer, right? Just as those poor watchmaker girls, the cadmium girls, they called them. Yeah, better, and definitely do not airbrush them unless you are in a respirator and in a room that gets ventilated outside. Bad things happen. I used to really preach about wearing the respirator with the airbrush, but unfortunately, when you're streaming, you can't really wear a respirator because people can't hear you. So I gotten to where I just airbrush acrylics, and only acrylics, without a mask. But yeah, you would not airbrush uh, oils without one. Be very, very bad for you. We're getting some splitting on this brush today. It's not playing nice. I've been used it a good bit, but starting to act funky. Probably just needs to be conditioned and set aside while conditioned. I didn't do it. I didn't do it last time I used it. So that's probably why it's acting stupid right now. Put a mic in your respirator. I mean, I guess you could. If you had one of those little like lapel mics, you probably could. But that's another reason why I don't airbrush as much on stream too, because of that. Make a dozen little signs with different sayings you can flash. Yeah, that could work. I mean, the old, Luke, I am your father thing comes to mind when I'm breathing through a respirator. Exactly. Uh, Had to have made up ahead of time, I guess. At least for like the more common general questions and comments. Okay. I think it's got those kind of where I want them. Need to do the strap highlights. Pink letters on minis. No. No. Let's see here. Where's my favorite color? Where's Dark Reaper at? It is disappeared. Really? You know I needed you today, so you just took right off. There it is. Yeah, I tried to hide from me. I found you. Okay. This guy will yeah, they'll have to give you permission on that one. Hey Llama, can he get permission to post a link to a photo of his survivors? Okay, and then where's my other one? Parisian Gray. That's the other one that's taken off. Just disappeared on me. You know what? Screw up. We'll just add a little white to this. Oh, that's right. I forgot it had to be sent to you, not you couldn't do the permission. Okay. Okay. All right, shoes are done. Pants are done. Feet done. Skin's done. Let's. I still don't know about the lightning. I want to do it yellow, but at the same time, I'm afraid that might clash too much. We're going to go ahead and work on the silver real quick. Get that kind of blocked in a little bit. And what I'm doing right now is also a no-no. Don't use your good sables, your Kalinskis on metallics. I'm going to clean this brush right after we finish stream and reshape it, put some conditioner in it. So I'm not concerned too bad, but it does wreak havoc on them. So if you're using natural hair brushes, don't do this. All right. Let's see. Gonna get a little bit of our black right back out because we missed a little spot down there by the belt. We'll fix that up real quick. Sorry, I got to get it up in the screen here. Okay, let's get these plates here. Lum, have you gotten it? Are you gonna post it or? Oh, it's got to go. weird. I see. I'm sorry. I, for some reason, thought she had admin privileges too. Alrighty. Got that one. Now we'll get the other one blocked in. Before I even start, I see another spot on this there. Right there. Yeah. Let's see. Where's my mouse? There it is. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Good green color. Nice dirty rag clothing. Cool. Yeah, I did not do the wounds as nasty. I mean, I didn't do the wounds that big on mine. Just made them more like they were scars, like healed scar. All the hair on it. I actually had those on my desk. I've been meaning to get around to finishing up my bases for them. They all need resin pours, and they're just sitting there waiting. Like, could you finish us sometime this year, please? We've been painted for over a year and just waiting on bases. Sorry, guys. Been busy. Oh, well, a little too high for that, didn't I? Hard to tell where the line ends on some of these things, where the armor ends and the clothing begins. Especially around the knees, they just got kind of all mushy together. Okay. Oh gosh, we're getting that close, aren't we? This is another one that's going to be finished up off stream. I can start cutting in some of these shadows here. This is just diluted down black. We're doing this so I don't get known gloss down here on skin, because you don't want that there on skin. But I do want that reach shade there. So we're just doing it with black itself, thin down. But yeah, if you haven't already, that link there will take you to all my social medias and stuff, my Facebook, my Instagram. No, I haven't updated in a long time. I need to. I really just I'm not a social butterfly, people. I don't tweet and gram constantly, so but I do need to work on that. You see them on my Instagram. Yeah, they are there. I forgot about that. That'd probably been the easiest way to do them. Appreciate that. Yeah, those were a lot of fun. Like I said, I went a little above and beyond doing the smoothing. It was customer request. They wanted the smooth torsos, and it's something I had never done before, doing custom work on a miniature for anybody. But that one, I was like, well, if I got to do the freehand, smoothing it out would be a good thing. So it was it's kind of a no brainer for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this lined in here. Like I said, the metal itself will get a nice coat of non-gloss, but I want to do this thin matte black on the skin area to get a little separation and not have to worry about gloss being there. Now you're motivated to paint some models after a long time. Fantastic. That means I've done my job today. Thank you. Glad to hear it. That's what we want to see. We get people excited about painting their Malifaux stuff up. Very cool. That made my day, man. Thank you much. Okay, we're just about there. Got 3 more minutes. I'm going to just finish up this little bit here. Well, we didn't finish him, but I think we got some nice progress. What is there looks pretty good. I've still got to work on these and his lightning bolts and hair. But yeah, got a nice little chunk done. And we motivated somebody to paint their models, which is even better. So yeah, if you guys aren't already, check that link out, the Haunted Hobbies Willow link. That'll get you to my socials. Like and follow, subscribe, all that stuff. It's all free. Don't cost you nothing. Be cooler if you did. Thank you much. I appreciate that. Panda. Oh, you made it home in time to see me sign up. Well, hey, at least that was good. And I appreciate the lurk. So anyways, I think that's going to do it for today. I will be back sometime week after next week. No, next week. I think Thursday, I think. Doing something for Gen Con. So hope to see you then. We'll know more as we go along. And until then, stay safe, stay weird, and have a good day. Next week for the giveaway. Yeah.